Vandeventer shelter, where I stayed last night. Snap, Long Haul, and Carpenter were here in the shelter. Blueberry was over here in a hammock. Downwind was back in the tent. Downwind stayed back there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he gone or is he still there?
He's still there.
Oh, he's still there. Okay. And what time is it right now? It is 8:37. Wow. 8:37. That's a late start for me. But overall, this shelter was very solid. The mouse came out to sneak around, but then he couldn't find anything, so he disappeared. All right. A lot of people are trying to push the high mileage today, 30-something miles into Damascus. That ain't me. That's not me. So I'll do possibly 15 to the next shelter, or to the second shelter away. Maybe 22 if I get to moving fast. My right knee is giving me an issue because of all the slippage on the ice the last 3 days, or the last 3 or 4 days. So I would really like to Nero into Damascus, but we'll just see how it plays out today. There's no really major ups. I think we have like 2 ups that are about like a 500-foot elevation change. But it'll mostly be like this today, just walking along a ridge with, at the end of the day, decrease in elevation, overall elevation. I think Blueberry was telling me that they call this the Tennessee Turnpike. So I'm just gonna get through it. Oh, and it's kind of supposed to rain today at some point. Oop, did a little slip there. Like 3 o'clock, there's like a 54% chance of rain, but then it goes away because there's like no percent chance of rain at 4 o'clock. So we'll deal with that, which I didn't put my pack cover on. I should have done that at the shelter, but we'll deal with that when that arises. Oh, I know why I didn't put the pack cover on, because I'm walking in my down jacket right now. Because it's about 34 degrees outside. But everybody's telling me it's supposed to get warmer, it's supposed to get warmer. Yeah, it's supposed to get warmer. Alright. I'll pop the camera back out when there's a view. I mean, everything's a view, really. This is what the AT's looking like right now. Where I came from. It's been over a month and a half now since I left work to come hike the AT. And I was thinking about that last night. It's like, this is the longest I've ever been, unemployed in my adult life. I've always had one job or the other. And then I got thinking about how, I still got to get up every morning. I got to put my socks and shoes on. I got to eat. And I got to hike.
And then I gotta make camp and do all those things. So hiking the AT is sort of like a job. And kind of makes me remember a line from a movie. When we had a shelter full of people last night, I wanted us all to get on film and say it at the same time. But it's like, best job I've ever had. Right here. Because I mean, I make my own hours. And I do what I want. But no, it's all good. Haven't filmed much today because this 3-day-old snow where people have walked on it has turned like slippery slushy ice. So I was skidding around all over the place. But I mean, I'm not going super far today, so I just gotta get to where I'm going. I had AT&T signal at the shelter last night, so I caught up with some comments. Wasn't strong enough signal to upload day 43, but I was reading some comments. There was a hiker by the YouTube channel, MT Mike. I think I caught one or two of his updates while at a hostel. Someone told me to give a shout out to him because he had to get off the trail because of heart problems. So that's some serious stuff right there. Hope you're okay, MT Mike. And get better soon. Also want to thank again my subscribers. Got over 2,500 of y'all now interested in this little adventure. And by little I only mean 2,200 miles. Just this little walk that I'm on. But again, thank y'all very much. I know I was told to monetize my videos with the ads. Someone told me that the ads that play are like Gillette and GoPro. That's kind of funny. I mean, I do use, I have like no choice of what ads get placed on my videos, but I do use Gillette razors sometimes. Not recently though. And the GoPro is, recording 90% of what y'all are seeing. So it's kind of fitting, I guess. And thank you again to the people that supported me via GoFundMe. Thank you, seriously. Y'all's donations are helping me get to hostels, or will be helping me get to hostels when I can land in them, so I can get these videos uploaded. There's a tree here. Okay. And I'll just go out and say it. We had one subscriber by the YouTube channel, or YouTube name, Rich Mountains. Seriously, man, thank you. That was a very generous donation. Thank you a lot. And there was another comment that says I need to quit ragging on the ATC, which, you know, I usually say something to them after I hit my head on a limb, but stuff like that and this I'm not too concerned about. But when there's a branch from a living tree, not from a blowdown, or not from this or that, or, you know, just, I know volunteers could come through here and clean every blowdown, and then next weekend there'd be another storm. I'm not complaining too much about those. It's when there's a living branch, seriously, like 6 feet, just going across the trail, and I hit my head on it. Because, I mean, I'm not one to say that I'm into pain, but headaches are not my friends. And I've got a few of them from those branches. So think of it as maybe like a public service announcement, you know, just kind of like a, hey, there's this tree branch right here on the back of Hump that could use some attention. But no, I know they're volunteers. I've spoken to a few of them. I've seen them out on the trail. And like I said in one of my other videos, I mean, without their help, this trail would be so much different than what it is today. And plus, I'm sure I got friends and subscribers that like to laugh whenever I take a bump to the noggin. So, you know, I'm not expecting the ATC to come out here and, you know, blaze a path for me through the wilderness and make sure I don't ever bump my head, but it'd be nice. Just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, had a little bit of I guess you'd call it precipitation. It wasn't snow, it wasn't rain. It was like little bitty ice cubes falling, and they'd like hit my glove or hit my arm and just bounce off. Maybe like miniature hail. I don't know. It was funny. It's just like, is this going to pick up? Is this going to continue? Do I need to, you know, go ahead and put my rain jacket on? But it stopped after like 2 minutes. So I said, well, that was different. The sun's tried to peek through the clouds a couple times today, but that's some thick clouds up there. Here's a power line. Which means clearing. Look at those clouds moving around. Even on the dark days, you know, it's still a sight. All right.
Just stopped at Iron Mountain Shelter right there for lunch.
It's about 1:30, and the next shelter is 8 miles. So that's where I'm heading for today. After a couple little ups and downs, it's gonna go farther down, and then it's gonna stay relatively flat. Now, I use relatively, relatively, I don't know where I'm going with that, because there'll be ups and downs, but it won't be big climbs until right before that shelter, where you got a big climb up, and then that's where the shelter's at. So I'm gonna keep moving on. Trey sent me a text a while ago. Somehow Fjord has hurt her knee. So she was going really slow today. So they hopped off the trail at TN 91. And going to go to a clinic, get her knee checked on. So hope's not anything too major or hike threatening. Maybe they can just give her a shot or a brace, and she'll be back at it. Let's hope that. So I'll find out more probably later today. Anyways, got 8 miles to go. Okay, update on Fjord, because just got a text from Trey. She's good. They amputated her right leg just above the knee and surgically attached a trekking pole for her right leg. So she's awesome. No, she strained her knee, sprained or something like that, her knee, and they told her that she needs different shoes. So that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna get different shoes. Okay. But how awesome would that be? Trekking poles for legs. Like when you get into the back of a small car and the person up front don't want to move their seat up, you can be like, that's all right, I'll just collapse my legs. Oh look, switchbacks. And we're still moving. These are different. Been walking across these for a little bit, because I guess that's supposed to be wet and soggy down there. But kind of nervous with all the snowy / ice slushy on them. But they're just different. I mean, I walked across little bridges, but that was just, around 100 yards of them. I believe I'm getting close to the Tennessee 91, because I hear cars whipping around, driving real fast. So that's where I'm at. You don't say. No. No, you don't say that. It didn't say. See where the road makes a T right there? You come down at that corner and you just cross 91 and come up into this pasture. Oh my goodness. Some of the best trail of the trail so far. This is part of like a wheelchair accessible deal. There was a sign back there at the fence talking about its grade and its length and when it was put together. And then there was one of the coolest gates latch devices I've ever seen, made with rings and levers. Just be horse and cattle proof. It was almost red mage proof. Oh man. Uh-oh. I think I felt a raindrop. Here, watch this gate. It's amazing. Rings, levers, raindrops. Okay, so behind me, nothing. In front of me, creepy looking fog. So this looks like the setting of, oh, I don't know, about a dozen horror movies that I've seen. Still looking for this shelter. It should be coming up soon. Well, I made it to Double Spring Shelter. Yes, I did. And it rained a little bit. Pretty much since I crossed that cow pasture, but it wasn't horrible. Just my hands are really wet and cold right now, so I'm going to get those warm and dry, and then get to eating and get to sleeping.